I'm just a girl living in this dirty world with you today, and I will not give up on myself. I will not let go.
You are now tuning in to the Princess with the Real Show, where I keep it real all day, every day. Today I wanted to discuss priorities and responsibilities. Making sure you're keeping those things intact, making sure you're staying up on everything that you're supposed to be getting taken care of in life. I think that is very important. A lot of people don't understand when I speak on priorities and responsibilities that it's not just about finances. It's about every aspect of your life. You need to make sure you take care of your responsibilities and your priorities first before you go into doing other things and taking care of other things and worried about other things, because your priorities and your responsibilities should always come first. A lot of people, they get into a situation where they are more so trying to let's say entertain and make other people feel like they're something that they're not, that they don't take care of their responsibilities. So now the things that you were supposed to have been doing is falling by the wayside while you're spending all of your time trying to be liked or trying to be seen in a light that you're really not in. I believe in being yourself. When it comes to taking care of your responsibilities and taking care of your priorities and putting your priorities first, that is what determines who you are as a person. In my opinion, if you don't take care of your responsibilities, but you riding around with the hottest car, you got the hottest clothes on, but your responsibilities aren't being taken care of, I still look at you as less than. I feel like if you can't take care of home and you can't take care of the things that you're supposed to take care of, fuck what you got on your back, fuck what you driving. You're not taking care of your responsibilities, which means you're not the person who people believe you are. Thank you guys for tuning in today to the Princess with the Real Show. I know I touched on a couple of different things, mainly finances, responsibilities, prioritizing, being focused and alert, and just paying attention in life and being great to those people who are in your life. Make sure you understand that, people, just like troubles don't last always, people don't be around always. If you want to keep good people in your life, you got to be good to them, as well as they have to be good to you. Thanks for tuning in to another show of Princess with the Real. I'll see you guys next week. So let's get into responsibilities. Everybody has responsibilities. Even children have responsibilities. There are things in life that you have to take care of. There are things in life that you are responsible for. Understand that. Understand what you're responsible for. Whether it's taking care of your kids, making sure they have the best upbringing they can have, whether it's holding down the household, keeping your house clean, whether it's maintenance in your car, whatever that may be, you need to take care of your responsibilities first. A lot of times in career, a lot of people feel like, well, my career is my responsibility. Yeah, that is something that you're trying to achieve and you want to be great in your career. That is absolutely correct. That is a responsibility of yours, is to make sure your career takes off. It's nobody else's responsibility but yours. But here's the thing. You don't want everything else that you have going on in life to fall to the wayside because you're more in tune with what you need to do for your career opposed to everything else you need to do in life. A lot of people get that twisted. A lot of people believe, well, if I'm doing what I need to do in my career, I'm doing what I need to do in life. No, that's not true. Because a lot of people, what they do is while they're following their dreams and while they're trying to obtain that status in the field of the career that they want, they sometimes neglect the responsibilities that they have outside of that career. So my thing is making sure that you understand how important it is to keep up on your responsibilities. Because here's the thing is, you can prosper in career. You can go really far in career. But then you look at people who had issues with the IRS because they weren't taking care of their responsibilities. Whether or not they had someone else handling their finances who fucked up their finances, it's still on you to take care of your responsibilities and make sure all of your shit checks out the way it's supposed to be. But because you're so focused on that ride to that career, to that level up, that you forget all of the stuff that comes with obtaining that career. All the maintenance that goes on the back end. You still have to do the back end maintenance. You can't just get to the sky without doing some things to get there. It's always a process. It's always steps to things. So, and that's why I say when it comes to finances and taking care of your responsibilities, like I was saying, a lot of celebrities are in that situation where they owe back taxes to the IRS. They're in a bind. A lot of people out here that you think are rich and you think are living a life, they're not, because they didn't take care of their responsibilities early. My whole thing is taking care of your responsibilities early so you don't have to worry about it later in life. The other day I posted a status about me taking care of my car. Me making sure my car was up to par. Me making sure anytime a light comes on my car that I take my car to the mechanic and I get my car checked out. That's a part of my responsibilities. I'm going to take care of that now rather than wait until later when lights are coming on the car, or when the car is total piece of shit at this point and now I want to take care of the responsibilities of trying to maintain it and keep it up. At that point it's too late. That's the same thing in life. It's too late to wait until the problem occurs to try to fix it. You have to fix it before it occurs. You have to know in advance, okay, this is what could happen. Let me be prepared for that. That's all a part of taking care of your responsibilities. You have to be prepared for anything that may happen. It's not always going to be good. Everything's not going to always come out great. But if you are prepared for the bad when it comes, you're in that much of a better position to handle your responsibilities and to make sure that everything does come out great in the end. I think that is so important when it comes to responsibilities. And same thing with priorities. You have to prioritize your life perfectly. And nobody is perfect, I understand that. But when you prioritize your life and the things that you want to do in life, the people you want in your life, and how you want your life to be carried out, that helps you set yourself up for the future. You have to have your priorities in order. A lot of times when it comes to career, a lot of people, their priority is making it in life. Their priority is making it in career. But sometimes they forget those people who are sitting there supporting you on your journey to make it. Or you don't give those people the time that they need, the one that's always been there for you along this journey. And then you're not prioritizing spending time with the people who truly love you and who are there for you no matter what, because you're so focused on your career. What happens is you begin to lose those people in your life. Those people who truly love you, they don't want to not be a part of your life. But at some point it becomes that way because they feel neglected. They feel like they don't get that time that they deserve because you're focused. And nobody wants to take your focus away from you. Nobody wants to feel like they're the ones hindering you from achieving your goals in life. Nobody wants to feel like that. So some people won't nag. Some people won't complain about them not getting time, them not being able to get what they need from you, because they don't want to feel like they trying to stop you from making it. They don't want to feel like they trying to stop your career, or they hating on anything that you're doing. So those people, they sit around, they feel lonely, they feel like they need time, they feel like, well, damn, this person don't care about me, and it makes their mind start to wonder. And when a person's mind starts to wonder, you never know what they're capable of. Hell, they don't even know what they're capable of, because it's something that you need and that you're not getting. So you don't know what you're capable of when it comes to getting that from someone else, how you're going to respond to that. So that's why I say it's good to prioritize your life and your career. I understand you want to make it in career, but you have to make sure you're spending time with those people who love you and giving them the attention that they need as you're making it in career. Nobody said it was easy. Nobody said that, oh, you can give this person so much time and you can still go chase your dreams. Nobody said that was easy. Nobody explained that process to be an easy process. Most people we see go through that. They go through the struggles. It's okay to struggle, but the thing is your partner, whoever is with you, who feel like they're being neglected, they don't feel like you're in the struggle with them. It's okay to follow your dreams. But you have to understand that you have to spend time with everybody that's a part of your life. Everybody who you want to continue to be in your life, you have to give them some of that time. You can't just say, well, once I make it, we're going to be cool. Everything's going to add up then once I make it. You just got to sit back and wait for me to make it. You got to wait for shit to pop off. And then I'm going to be able to give you everything you want in life. That's selfish. That's like telling somebody, just sit back, watch me do my shit, and once I get on my shit, once everything in my shit is good, then I'm going to come back and I'm going to come to you and we're going to be good and I'm going to do everything you want. No, that's putting somebody's life on hold. Why should somebody put their life on hold because you want to chase your career and hope that once you get to where you want to get in life and career, that you still want to be with them? That's why I say you have to prioritize your life in regards to that. Because here's the thing is, as you grow in life, as things start to change in your life and in your career, you might perceive and look at people differently that were a part of your life. You might no longer want them in your life. So you have to prioritize it now so that way you can see who these people are now before you make it. Why do people wait until they make it and be like, oh, okay, I fuck with you, I fuck with you. No, let's say continue to fuck with the same people you were fucking with when you were, before you got on. But a lot of times you can't do that because you neglected those people on the process of the come up. Don't do that. Don't neglect people on the process of the come up. Because those are the people that you're gonna want once you come up. Like, a lot of people think, oh, when I come up, everybody gonna be around me, I got money, everybody, like, but here's the thing is, that shit's fun for so long. After a while, that shit ain't fun no more. Because those people who are around you are only around you because you got that status and you got that money. Eventually, you're gonna go home at nighttime and you're gonna sit and you're gonna think about those people who was there for you before that. And you're gonna realize what you did to lose those people, and it's gonna hurt you more than it's gonna hurt them, because eventually they're gonna get over it, but you're still gonna be living a life of a lie because you're living a status of money and power, not a status of who you are as a person, and not mingling with the people who fuck with you for you and not for what you got and what you can do for them. So that's another part of prioritizing your life. When I say prioritize your life as well, I think another thing that needs to be touched on is when it comes to paying your bills and taking care of your household. A lot of people don't understand that it's okay not to be able to buy the finest things in life. It's okay not to be able to go to the hottest spots. It's okay not to have an iPhone. It's okay for all of that stuff as long as your bills are being paid. I get grief from people. People say stuff to me all the time like, Princess, you make good money. So with all the money you make, how come you can't go travel? How come you can't do all of this shit that we see other people doing when we know you make good money? Yeah, I make good money, but my bills have to be paid. I prioritize my life. So if I know I got a check coming, most of the times, like, I'm gonna be all the way real with you. I live from paycheck to paycheck because bills have to be paid, and I am not at that status where I can just have money just flowing like that. I'm not there. Yeah, I have 401k where I got money stacking for my future. But right now, I live paycheck to paycheck. And there's nothing wrong with that as long as my bills are being paid. So when I say prioritize that, I mean, I'm not that person who will go out and buy the most expensive things just because it's cute or just because it's the hot thing on the market, just because that's what everybody's talking about. I don't do that. What I do is when I get paid, the first thing I do with my paycheck, before I go buy me a drink, before I go buy me a piece of candy, the very first thing I do when my paycheck clears is pay my bills. I take care of all of my responsibilities first. My kids like to go do stuff. You know, I like to go out to eat. I like to drink. I like to do stuff like that. But hold on. I can't do none of that until my bills are paid first. So yeah, my kids know when my paycheck clears and they be like, Mom, I need this. And hold up. Let me pay the bills first. Because after I pay my bills, that determines what else I can do with my funds. See, what a lot of people do is they go have a good time. They go party, they go live it up with their friends, and then they go back home, check their accounts, and realize they don't even have enough to pay their bills. So now you're getting extensions, you're having to ask people for money, you're having to do too much to maintain your household when you did have that money originally to do so. But you didn't prioritize your responsibilities. And I can't stress this enough because I have people do this to me all the time. You didn't prioritize your life. You didn't prioritize your finances. Instead, you went to go smoke it up. Instead, you went to go party it up. But now you calling me the first of the month or when your bills is due and like, Princess, can you send me this? You know, I got in a bind. They told me they're going to cut my shit off if you don't send me this money. I used to be that person that sent people money. I used to be that person because I always feel sorry for kids. Most of the time when people do that with me, it's because they have kids and they know that I have a soft spot for children. I don't want children to struggle because I went through the struggles. So I don't want, if I can help a family from their children going through struggles, because here's the thing is, I can give two shits about a parent struggling. a person, a grown-up struggling, I can give two shits about it, because I went through the struggles as a child, and I know what it's like to struggle. But I also know that struggles don't last always. Troubles don't last always. You got to get up off your ass and do something about it. If you don't get up off your ass and do something about it, I don't feel sorry for you. For me, I've been through so much in life. I've dealt with so much in life that I don't feel sorry for people when it comes to struggles and the shit that they're going through. And the reason why I don't feel sorry for people is because of, look where I'm at. If I told you all the shit I've been through, all the bullshit I had to deal with, you will understand why I don't feel sorry for people. And I don't. I feel sorry for children because they didn't ask to be here. So if someone hits me up and say that they're struggling and they put the kids in the factor of my kids need something, then I'm going to see what I can do to help out for the kids. But I've gotten to that point where I no longer send money to people who say they're struggling with their bills and, you know, the kids' lights about to be off, I need food. I no longer do that, because what I realized was I was being an enabler. I was making it so easy for people that they didn't feel the need to go out and hustle up what they needed to do for their family. They didn't feel the need to do what they needed to do to take care of their responsibilities. So I had to pull back. My thing is your responsibilities come first. I know a lot of people who reach out to me and ask me for money or ask me for help. Those are the same people who I know smoke more than a little bit, party all the time, wear the hottest shit. Hell, they look like they got more money than I got. But that's because their priorities are not in order. If you take care of your responsibilities first, I'm telling you, regardless if you broke or not, for me, I can be broke 50 cents in my pocket. But if my bills is paid, I got food in my house, my kids got everything that they need for school, everything is taken care of, I'm good. Like, yeah, I might sit in the house, I may be bored at times, but here's the thing is my responsibilities were taken care of. And I sometimes get myself in that situation where it's like I really wanted something really bad and I went and spent the money on it and I knew I really didn't have it to spend. Then I'm stressing because I know I spent some money I shouldn't have spent, so I'm stressing now to try to hustle my money back up. And here's the thing is, for me, I'm not one of those people who spend money that I'm not supposed to spend and then I go try to ask somebody for that money. I can't do that. I don't feel right as a person having to go to somebody else and ask them for money for something that I'm supposed to be taking care of, something that's a part of my responsibilities. I don't like asking for help when it comes to my responsibilities. So I will do what I need to do to hustle up, to do what I need to do to get what I need to take care of my responsibilities. And I think everybody needs to do that in life when it comes to you paying your bills, everything. When I see people get evicted, I be like, huh? Like, I understand we struggle and I understand we go through stuff. And, you know, sometimes you have a rough month. Sometimes you just can't do it. You might have lost your job and you couldn't get through the month on just that unemployment or something like that. You have to create another hustle. There's people out here scamming every day, but you can't come up with a hustle or a legit hustle to make some money. I'm going to tell you right now, if I was out of work, there will be some hustles that I would be into to make that money so I can take care of my family. And I'm talking about legit hustles. I'm not talking about scamming people, because I'm not one of those people. I've tried to work with people who do scam shit to help me out on my bills and shit. And it was family I tried to do this with. And the shit came back to bite me in my ass. So I don't do that shit either. I pretty much pay the bills. Let me tell you what happened with me. I had a family member been begging me for years to get a part of the scam, to get down with the scam. Like, I pay your bill, you give me the money, you give me the cash, you give me half cash, and I pay the full bill. Like, I've been saying no for years, 6 years to be exact. I said no. And then this year, that family member was in a situation, they needed a phone, they needed something, and I wanted to help them out. So I didn't even do the half and half. I didn't do, you know, you pay my bill and I give you half of the money. No, I did, you pay the bill, I'm going to give you all of the money you spent on that bill, so that way you got the money to do what you need to do. Because here's my thing is, I didn't do the scam to really help myself. I did the scam to help somebody else. So I gave them all of the cash for the bills that they paid, which totaled up to about $800. They paid 2 of my bills. Totaled up to about $800. Well, everything was good. the next month I get a call from my bill collectors. Your payment has declined. What the fuck? My payment has declined? What do you mean? Because I had already paid this person. And when I tell you I went through a lot of shit with this, because before I paid this person, I was literally paying this person, because I know how scam shit go. Like, it looked like it's legit for a minute, and then after a while it kicked back out. I know how that goes. So I was putting it off on paying this person. I swear I was putting it off on everything. This person started calling other family members saying how they paid my bills, and now I'm dodging them. I'm not giving them no money. This person started calling my spouse like, hey, where is she at? She's not answering her phone. This, that, and the third. So then I had family members coming to me like, Princess, get that man his money. Princess, don't do him like that. You know he needed it. All in all, the reason why I did it the way I did it is because I never knew what the outcome was going to be, and I wanted to give it some time to see if that money was actually going to stay in that account, or if it was going to bounce back on me. But then I got to the point where he was calling, you know, my boyfriend. He was calling my husband, my man, and I was just like, what? Okay. So then he's telling me, well, Princess, why are you doing that? Like, get that man that money. At this point, I got too many people in my ear telling me that I need to give somebody some money, and acting like I'm trying to fuck somebody over, which I don't do. I don't try to fuck nobody over, because I don't want nobody to try to fuck me over. But because at this point, once my spouse came to me and said something, I was just like, you know what? It's getting too far. First, my family, of course, I got it from family. It was a family member I did this business with. So, okay, I expect them to call family. I expect family to try to get in the business. But once they put my spouse into the business, I felt like that was too much for me. So, I paid the nigga. I gave the nigga the money. A couple weeks after I paid him, all of my bills bounced back. So, now at this point, I've already given up $800. Now my bills bounced back, and I got late fees, and I got all of that on top of that. So now from $800, it went to $1,000 that I owe. So basically now I'm $1,000 in a hole, because I was trying to help somebody else, and because so many people was in my ear trying to tell me I was doing something that I wasn't doing, and it was starting to make me feel some type of way, like, oh, everybody's believing I'm trying to get over on a motherfucker, when that's not what I was doing. So I paid that money, but I lost in the end. I can't fault anybody but myself, because I allow other people to make me do something I really did deep down inside didn't want to do. And what I learned is that was me trying to take care of my responsibilities, trying to make myself look a certain way, and I fucked up in the end. So what did I have to do? I had to hustle. I had to get on my grind. I had to call these bill collectors. I had to get extensions. I had to do all of that, which something I hate doing. I hate getting extensions on bills. I hate having to call and explain to somebody how I don't have the money to take care of my responsibilities. So what I learned from that situation is you can't even trust family to help you out. You can't trust family even when you're trying to help them out. You can't do that. And what I also learned is everybody also has an input on what you should do, but nobody's going to help you in the end when shit fuck up. Because when shit fucked up, I had to handle that. I had to take care of that. I had to make sure those bills got paid again. I had to make sure my responsibilities were taken care of, to where I wasn't out of a car and I wasn't out of the shit that I had this person pay the bill for. So that was all a part of me taking care of my responsibilities. I went about it the wrong way. And I know it's a lot of people out here that's doing the scams that way too, and they've been fucked over. They've had these same situations happen to them. I don't believe in the scam, guys. I don't think that's the route to go. Because the reason why I feel like that is because I went through it. And I went through it with somebody that I knew, somebody that I love, somebody that has been a part of my life since I was a kid. So for me, if that person would do that to me, you never know what can happen. I'm not saying everybody out here flaky like that. What I'm saying is you never know what can happen. So make sure you take care of your responsibilities on time, so that way you don't have to do scams and shit like that. Again, my scam, I did that for somebody else. But again, those was my bills I needed to take care of. I should have never put my responsibilities in the hands of someone else to do for me. That's the whole point of me telling this story, is I put my responsibilities on someone else to pay, and in the end I got fucked over. So now I've learned that when it's time for me to take care of my responsibilities, it's on me. I can't put that on anyone else. I can't trust anyone else to take care of what I need to take care of. Because all in all, I believe if I'm not taking care of it, it may not be done properly. So that's why I take care of and handle all of my business. That's why I pay all of my bills. I don't wait on someone else to pay my bills. I don't wait on somebody else to hand me some money to get a bill paid. I take care of my bills. I pay my bills on time. And I pay my bills when I get my money. When that money clears, that bill is paid. Spend some money on myself. And it's so crazy because my old heads that I be talking to be like, no, once your bills is paid, you're supposed to put that money in your bank account. You're supposed to save. Like, you're not saving. You're wasting your money. Here's the thing. I work 5 days a week, 40 hours a week. I get paid good money. If I work 40 hours a week, get paid good money, and all my money goes to bills, and I don't have no money to spend on myself, that's depressing. A lot of people don't understand how depressing that is to work just to pay bills. Nobody wants to work just to pay bills. That's why a lot of people be hustling, because they feel like people who work 9 to 5s, you only working to pay your bills. Like, if you really think about it, yeah, you get a good check at the end of the week or at the end of the 2 weeks, because I get paid every 2 weeks. So you get a check at the end of the 2 weeks that looks great. But for those 2 weeks while you was waiting for that check to come, shit was accumulating. Shit needed to be done. Bills was starting to add up. Kids started needing stuff for school. You need some stuff in the house. You running low on shit in the house. So by the time you get that paycheck is gone. So for me, if I get my paycheck, I pay all my bills, and I have some money left over, I'm spending that on me. That's called treating myself. I believe everybody should treat themselves out of their paycheck. If you use your whole paycheck to pay bills, you will be depressed. I will tell you that. I was at that point myself of always using my money to pay bills and never having no money to spend on me. And that's so fucking depressing. Especially when you see people out here who ain't working hard like you, who ain't doing what they need to do to take care of their responsibilities because they got people doing it for them. And then you see you work so hard and you got that nice big fat check and it's all gone but nothing for you. It all went to the bill man. I can't. I'm sorry. I know my old heads be like, save it, save it. I got 401k. That's where my savings is. That's the only savings account I have right now. And until I can get to a status where I'm not living paycheck to paycheck, that's the only savings account that I will have. Because for me to feel good about what I'm doing, I have to do something for myself. I have to treat myself. I can't go pay $1,300 in rent, $500 in car, $300 in insurance, this, that, and the third. I can't pay all of that and then not even have $20 to $50 for myself. I can't do that and feel good about myself. I'm sorry. If I do that and I go broke paying bills, you best believe don't nobody need to come around me. I don't want to see people. I don't want to talk to people because at this point, like, I'm in a bad state of mind. So once I get in that bad state of mind, I stay away from people because I know my mouth gets slick and I don't want to go off on nobody. But to prevent that from happening, I've started investing in myself. I started doing stuff for myself. So once I get my bills paid and things are taken care of, I make an investment in myself. I do something for myself. I treat myself out to eat. I do something to make me happy. Paying bills makes me happy because I know my bills are taken care of and I don't have to ask anybody for help and I don't have to depend on nobody else to take care of my bills. I know that if I was by myself, I can hold down the front on my own. That makes me ecstatic. But nobody wants to work just to pay bills. I want to live too. And that's all of the part of me investing in myself. That helps me to get to a point where I can start living more. I can start doing more. I can start having more income coming in so I can do more. Do I think about taking on a second job or a third job or a fourth job? Hell, fuck yeah, all the time. If something comes about that I feel like is beneficial for me and won't take away from my time that I need to spend with my loved ones, I'm 1000% for sure gonna do it because that's what I have to do to take care of my responsibilities. And my kids understand that. They're at that age now where they understand because they always wanted something. So they know mama gotta work. If you want it, mama gotta work so she can make some money so you can get it. So now they're understanding of that, which means I have more time to go out and make money and do the things that I need to do. It's all about prioritizing and taking care of your responsibilities. I make sure my kids are taken care of. And that's the other thing about taking care of your responsibilities. A lot of people, you put your kids off on your parents, the aunties, the uncles. Do you like? Here's my thing. If your kids see more of other people than they see of you, that's a problem. You are the parent. You are mommy. You are daddy. Your kids need to see more of you than they see of anybody else. That's my opinion. All these people who, yeah, you got money, you got the nannies, you got all of that. I'm not hating on you for having nannies. I'm not hating that you got the money to do that. But still and yet, you need to spend time with your kids. What people don't understand is money. You can make a kid happy with money. Yes, you can. But money is not going to build memories. Money is not going to help them to remember who you are. Other than somebody they can call and ask for some funds. They're going to use you if you're always about the money. If the only time you spend time with them is when you want to spend some money on them, or you want to make them feel good, so now you're spending money on them, that's not the way to handle kids. With children, it's not about the money. It's about the time. It's about discipline. It's about talking to your children. It's about understanding who they are, what they want to be in life, where they want to go in life, and helping to structure that for them. If you're not doing that for your kid, you're not a good parent. I don't care how much money you spend on a child. If you're not spending time with your children, you're not taking care of your responsibilities. You're not. So we are all product of our environment. We are a product of our upbringing. So as a kid, if all I know is money, if all I know is give me money, if all I know is you gonna take me and buy me the hottest things, if all I know is somebody like just spending their money on me all the time, when I get older, I'm gonna expect that. I'm gonna expect everybody in my life to treat me that same way that I was treated when I was a kid. I'm not gonna make real connections with people because the connection is about the money. That's what upbringing you bringing your kids up into. That's what you making your kids believe, that life is about money. Life is not about money. Yes, you need money to survive, but life is not about money. So that's why when I say I don't chase money, I make money. Because I'm not chasing something that life is not about. Life is about happiness. And you can't even chase happiness. Happiness is within. It comes to you within. And if people are going to be a part of your life to help with that happiness, that will come. You don't have to go look for that. That will come to you. We have so many different responsibilities in life. Everybody's responsibilities probably are different as well. For me, my responsibilities are making sure my household is taken care of and making sure my kids are good. Those are my responsibilities. Making sure the bills are paid is a part of the household. Making sure the kids are good, that also means making sure they eat 3 times a day and have their snacks. That's making sure I'm spending the time with them that they need from a parent. That's making sure that I'm communicating and understanding the things that they're going through, and making sure that I'm there to make a positive impact on them. A lot of people don't understand that positive impact that you need to make on your kids. Like, yeah, you want to make good examples for your children. You want to be that person that, like a role model. You want to be a role model to your children. Now, I'm not saying that nobody's perfect. I'm not saying that you want your kid to grow up to be identical to you. Because no, I want my kids to be better than me. But I want to be a role model to them. I want to be that woman that inspires my daughter to want to be a great woman. To want to be independent and take care of her own. I want to be that woman that make my daughter be like, okay, I can cook my own meals. Okay, I can take care of my own. I don't want my daughter to be dependent on a man. I don't want my daughter to be dependent on having friends in her life. I want her to feel like I can hold it down on my own if nobody wanted to be around. Because that's who I am. I want my daughter to be that person. Do I want her to be like me, slick at the mouth, always saying what she feel? I want her to be vocal and honest. But I want her to be better than me. Because I am this way because of the struggles that I went through in life. This made me this way. And this is why I deal with my kids the way I deal with my kids. Because I want them to be better than me. I don't want them to have to experience those things that I've experienced that made me into somewhat of a mean person. Somewhat of an evil person. I know that's who I am. And I accept that. And until things in life change for me, I can't change that. Because I am a product of my experiences. Responsible for your children. You're responsible for paying your bills. You have to prioritize that. You have to keep your priorities in order when it comes to that. But you're also responsible for keeping your spouse happy. So that's something else that you have to prioritize and make sure you take care of your responsibilities when it comes to that. And you can't get upset if you're not doing your job at home if someone else decides to slide in and do your job for you and your spouse allows it. Because here's the thing is people don't just wake up and be like, I'm gonna cheat. People don't just wake up and say, I'm gonna go do some dirt today. Like, that's not how it goes down. The thing is if you're not taking care of what you're supposed to be taking care of at home, you make it that much easier for somebody to infiltrate your circle. You can't be mad at anybody but yourself. Because if you really stop and think about it, it's something that you're not doing at home. It's something that that person is not getting from you, that they felt the need to go out and get it from someone else. Now, I'm not saying cheating is cool. I'm not condoning cheating on no level. But what I'm saying is if you're not taking care of what you need to take care of at home, you're not making your spouse feel appreciated, you're not making your spouse feel wanted or loved or anything like that, then it's your fault as to what your spouse goes out and do. It's not, again, like they're going out to say, I'm finna go cheat. What happens is when people cheat in those situations of you didn't take care of your responsibilities, you didn't prioritize your life to make sure you're taking care of your spouse and keeping your spouse happy. When people cheat in those situations, they didn't even know. Like, some people don't even know what they're capable of until it happens. Like, someone just came about and made you happy. Somebody did the shit that you've been waiting on your spouse to do forever. And you fell into it. Like, a lot of times when people cheat in that way, they feel bad afterwards. Because it's not something that they wanted to do. But after they did it, they realized, like, damn, I did this because I wasn't getting this at home. And it's sad. So if you want to keep your spouse and you want to keep your spouse happy, you have to spend time with them. You have to give them that attention that they need. You can't say, oh, well, she's needy, he's needy, or she or he want too much. They always want to be with me. No, you know who that person is when you got with them. And if you don't want to be with that type of person, you need to let them know up front that this is not what you want. Allow them that time to be able to move on and really find that happiness that they need. But if you continue to be in their life and you continue to tell them that you want them and that you want them to be in your life, then you have to do what it takes to keep them happy. And again, like I said, happiness comes from within. But if you have a spouse, they brought you in their life because they expect you to be a part of their happiness, not a part of their pain. And if you're going to do nothing but bring pain and you know that, don't get in a relationship. If you don't have that time to spare, if you don't have it, you just don't have it. And it's okay. It's okay to say, I don't have time to spend with you. I don't have time to worry about a relationship right now because I'm too focused on my career. It's okay to say that, but make sure you say that to the correct person. Don't have somebody believing that you want to be with them and that you care about them and you're focused on them when all in all, in your mind, you know you don't have time for them. Let that person go and let that person be able to live. Nobody wants to be in nobody else's shadows. Nobody wants to sit back and wait and pray every day that this person eventually sees me and wants to spend the time with me that I deserve. Nobody wants to go through that. So if you know that you can't give that person what they need, set them free. And if things are meant to be for you guys, it will come back into full circle. But allow a person to live if you're living. If you can't give them what they need in life and you ain't gonna do nothing but bring pain to them, let them go. It's your responsibility to let them go. Because what you do is when you hold on to somebody that you know you can't fully appreciate, like they need to be appreciated, you're hurting them. And when you hurt them, you fuck them up for the next person who could have been good for them. So stop fucking up the good people. Let the good people go and be good for the people they need to be good for. And when it's time for you to be in a relationship, when you have that time to give that person the time or the attention that they need, then it will come. That right person will come for you, and it could possibly be that same person you let go. But you have a responsibility to be honest. Be honest with yourself. Be honest about your feelings. It's all about a responsibility. You have to be liable for your own actions. Period, point blank. You can't blame someone else for something that you've done. You can't take and point the finger at somebody else for something that you've done. If things ended up bad, because of something you've done, you can't blame that on somebody else. Because regardless if you blame it on somebody else or not, most of the time deep down inside, you know it's your fault. You just do that to like pass the anger on to someone else, so that way you can try to go on and live your life and feel good about yourself. But all in all, we always know when we fucked up, even when we don't admit to it. I know there's a lot of times where I fell short of taking care of my responsibilities or making sure people felt important, or just like being there like I should be for certain people in my life. I know I fell short of that. We all fall short of that sometimes. But what I'm saying is I've learned from my mistakes, and I'm trying to be a better person, and I want everybody to be great. I want everybody to be able to grow and understand their responsibilities and prioritize their life the way it needs to be prioritized. Everything's not going to happen overnight. And I know it's a lot of people who be like, I don't like to plan shit out, I just go with the flow. No, you have to plan, you have to prioritize. Because if you don't put things in a structured order, if you don't have a focus about what needs to be done, what needs to take place, that's when shit starts to fall by the wayside. That's when you forget to do shit that you need to do. That's when you neglect things that you need to be there for. Like, you have to prioritize, and prioritizing means putting a plan in motion. Just like I said, when I get paid, my plan is to pay my bills first and then do everything else secondary. In life, you have to put a plan in motion, which is prioritizing your life. What's next? What do I need to do to achieve that next step? Once I get to that step, what is the next step after that? Everything has to be prioritized. It's not overanalyzing shit. It's prioritizing shit. A lot of people say I overanalyze. In some cases I might. But overanalyzing means I'm taking that time to think of every possible outcome. And I'm prepared for anything that may possibly come my way. Is that wrong? Is it wrong to overanalyze a situation? No, it's not. Because you need to be prepared. You need to be prepared. If it turns out great, what are you going to do? If it turns out horrible, what are you going to do? If it's in between and some shit needs to be done, what are you going to do? Are you prepared to take action? That's all a part of prioritizing. Because if you have everything in a game plan of, okay, I got to do this, I got to do this, I got to do this. Okay, I checked, I did this, I did this, I did this. Shit still ain't adding up the way it need to add up. Okay, what's next? It's not, oh, well, shit ain't working, I just got to scratch that and start over. No. You prioritize and you figure out what that next step is. The thing is in life, you have time, you have a chance to mess up and start stuff over. Yeah, you have those chances. But real talk, you don't have enough time. There's not enough time in the world to keep fucking up. There's really not enough time to keep fucking up. And there's not enough time to have to keep reinventing the wheel. If you done seen the shit that been done before, look at what they did and figure out how you can make it your own unique thing. But you do not have to reinvent the wheel. You do not have time to keep fucking up. So that means you have to sit down, you have to come up with a game plan, you have to prioritize the things that you want to happen in life. If you really want that to happen. If you want to get somewhere in life, you got to focus. You got to put a game plan in place. And you got to say, this is what I'm going to do. You can't wait for somebody else to say, this is what you should do. You can't wait for someone else to give you the advice of what you need to do. You got to do what you got to do. You got to take those actions to take care of your responsibilities, to prioritize your life, to make sure things add up and get to where you want it to be in life. And if you don't get there, you got to be okay with what you've done to help you get to the point where you're at. You can't blame nobody else. You can't be mad at nobody else. Even if, here's my thing is, even if somebody did step into the equation and do some fucked up shit to fuck up some shit you had going, you can't blame them. Because you allowed them to step into the equation. You put trust in them to do something that they couldn't do. It's not their fault, it's your fault. So I don't blame anybody for any failures I've had in life, anything that I did not achieve in life. I don't blame other people. I take that fault. And I think about it and I be like, okay, so what did I do wrong in this situation? How could I have made the situation better? And I grow from that. I don't try to point the finger at nobody else. Because in my opinion, nobody else is responsible for my bad days. Nobody else is responsible for any of that. Like, I am responsible for that stuff. If I allow people to be a part of something that fucked something up, that was my fault. Now I've learned from that, and now I know what to do next time. It's all about paying attention as well. Prioritizing and being responsible, you also have to be alert. You also have to know what's going on around you. You got to peep your surroundings. Like, there's so much that comes with being responsible. There's so much that comes with having your priorities in order. I tell anybody I know who still live at home with their parents, stay there. Build yourself up. Build your bank account up. So that way when you get out, you don't have to go back. That's prioritizing. Oh, you want to run because your parents won't let your man or woman come spend the night. Fuck that. Prioritize your life and do what you need to do and the steps that you need to do it, so that way you can take care of your responsibilities later. So all in all, prioritizing is a part of taking care of your responsibilities. They all are one and the same. And when I say take care of your responsibilities, it's not just finances. It falls into an umbrella of so many different things. Another thing I wanted to speak on, this is just a random, discussion, is sex life. 1, 2, 3 in the morning was always known as the booty call hours. That was always known. If somebody hit you up at 1, 2 in the morning, they just want to fuck. That's just booty call hours. So if that is considered booty call hours, man, if you are in a relationship, don't wait until 1, 2, 3 in the morning to want to fuck your girl. Like, don't do that. You are trying to fuck during booty call hours, and a real woman, they're probably tired at that time. It's okay to fuck during the day. It's okay to fuck in the afternoon. It's okay to fuck when it turns dark. Like, as soon as it turns dark. You don't have to wait till 12, 1 o'clock at night to fuck. Like, I just don't get why people wait that long. Because to me, it's like you waited till I was tired. Which means I'm not going to have as much energy during that I would have had if you would have caught me before I got into sleep mode. I don't get it. I've never got it. My thing is if you want to have sex, you'll have sex no matter what time of the day it is. Like, why wait until late night? Like, is that I just want to know, is that the thing now? Like, is it just a common thing that you have sex late night, so that's just what people are doing? Get away from that shit. You can have sex at any time of the day, and if your spouse shows you that they want it, take that shit when they're trying to show it to you. Like, if your spouse has to fight with you to have sex with you, like, that shit's crazy. Especially when you want it just as bad as they do, but you're just trying to wait till a certain time of the day to actually have it. Makes no sense to me. I believe that if you both want it, you both shall get it. I don't think that you need to wait till a certain hour to say this is the proper hour to have sex. There's no proper hour to have sex. So I just wanted to touch on that. There's in my opinion, there's no proper hour. It can happen on any hour, any day, any minute, anywhere, anyhow. So stop waiting until your spouse is tired and then feel some type of way because they didn't want to give it to you. Or feel like you got to go get it from somewhere else because your spouse was too tired to give it to you that night because you waited until their eyes were about to shut to try to get some. Like, that's dumb shit to me. I don't know. I wanted to speak on is you men in the workplace, like, let's be professional. We have so many men who manage women who you might have some feelings towards her. You might like her in some type of way. And she may have already let you know she had a man. You can't get mad at that girl because she got a man and start treating her differently at work. It sucks as a female that you feel like you have to entertain a nigga at work because he's your manager and he likes you, and you feel like you got to entertain him to keep your job. Like, no, fuck no. That shit is stressful, especially when you got a spouse at home. Nobody's doing that. So you men out here who are managing women and you start catching feelings for them, you need to go find you another job. because it's professionalism. You're not being professional when you start catching feelings for your co-workers or your employees. You start catching feelings for them, and then you start treating them a certain type of way because of those feelings. But to say that females, you can't know that a man like you as your manager and get all the perks that comes with that, but get mad once he start feeling some type of way and start treating you differently. Eventually that shit happens in every situation. So it's really on you too. Like, yeah, that shit will stress you out once you get to that point of, okay, now he treating me different because he see I don't want him like that. But if you made him feel any kind of inclination that he would have had an opportunity and he gave you a lot of perks, and now he see that he don't have an opportunity and he ain't giving you no perks no more, and now he's stressing your life out, it is partly your fault because you allowed it. You try to make him feel something that you knew was not there just to get the perks that you wanted. So I think male managers and females who know that they male managers like them, you have to know how to conduct yourself in business. You can't be like that in business. And I say this because this recently happened to somebody that I know. And I hate that they going through this shit because I seen it. I knew this shit was gonna happen, and I said it from day one. I said, you know, you gonna get all the perks you want. You gonna get anything you want. Like, that man wants you. You can get whatever you want. But I was like, it's gonna come a time that shit gonna come back to bite you. And I say all of that stuff up front to my people because I want people to understand that there are perks that come with certain shit like that. But you also got to know the bad shit that can come with it too. And that's what a lot of people won't tell you. They'll tell you like, oh, you doing good. Oh yeah, you finna get these perks. He finna do this, girl. Yeah. But they won't tell you the other shit. They won't tell you the bad shit that can come from it. Me, if you come talk to me about it, I'm gonna tell you the good and the bad, and you can take it how you want to take it. You can do what you want to do with it. And in this situation, you know, the perks was looking really nice, and I don't even fault her for taking the perks because they looked really nice. It wasn't like she was kicking it with him or anything like that. The perks was just had to do with her and only her. But once this man started to find out that, oh, she don't like me like that, then he started getting attitude. And when you start getting attitude as a manager with your employer, like, they start feeling like, damn, this nigga gonna end up firing me soon. Like, this nigga, fuck, what did I do? Oh, fuck. Like, you partly to blame because you did take them perks, but at the same time, you're at work. You never did anything unprofessional to make somebody think you wanted them. Like, and that's the thing is a lot of times females don't have to do anything unprofessional, or say anything to imply that they like a man, but just not shutting him down when he's trying it makes him believe that he has a chance. So I say, shut these men down. I shut niggas down on a daily basis. Shut these niggas down because the outcome is not always going to be good just entertaining it. Just thinking, well, I didn't tell him I liked him. I never told him I hang out with him. I never told him he was cute or nothing like that. You don't even have to say those words. But if you're entertaining and you're laughing when they say something, or you just smile and walk away, that's entertaining. You have to shut people down. You have to let them know up front, like, this ain't what you think it is. That's just how I be.